Hi guys, Mr. Giles here. Welcome back to my second episode of my Let's Play United Kingdom Hearts of Iron 3 series thing that none of us know what it's supposed to be called. And now, today, we have an episode called Repetitive Strain Injury. Now, the reason I've called it Repetitive Strain Injury is because the time has come. The time has come for the reorganisation of my order of battle. So, that's going to be lots of clicking, it's going to be lots of pressing of R, A and D, or yes, D, which of course are reorganise, attach and detach, as you should all know from reorganising your order of battles yourselves. Yes, so this is going to be very boring for lots of you and extremely exciting for a vast minority of people that have OCD. So, let's get started, shall we? Enough of the rambling. Right. So what I'm doing immediately is I'm going to reorganise my air force. So rather than having one or two units strewn out across my whole empire, I'm going to consolidate them into sort of one or two or three really effective air wings, which are going to be actually helpful rather than just totally wasted. So we'll get that going. Just wait for that inevitable thing telling me I'm wasting IC. Oh, it hasn't come. Oh, I'm not wasting IC. Yes. Specialist training. I do want to enact that at some point. So, yes, we will do that. And now I'm going to do something which is extremely unthinkable for lots of you, and I know this. Is the click the unassign all leaders button. I know. I've done something completely unthinkable. Yes, I have clicked that button. Oh, I quite like that name. And the reason for this is that I actually want commanders that are competent. Yes, that's right. We want competent commanders. Which I know is something which is absolutely inconceivable. You know, who would want competent commanders? But, you know, as you do, you know, it's extremely important. Oh no, this is not good. Well, I'm sure that's not important. We don't need supplies. Our men will fight on air. No, that's just because things are entering my supply network. So yes, we've clicked that button, so now we can assign all the leaders that we actually want, rather than having ones that are sort of crap. Bomber command, obviously very important for Britain. As much as it's very important, I'm actually not going to be investing much in strategic bombers. I prefer to have units that can actually support my ground forces. We don't currently have enough fighters. We need at least one fighter wing. And I would regard this as under strength, because it only has 3 fighter groups, so we at least need 5 to reach sort of an optimal strength against stacking penalty ratio. I think probably right now I should probably explain why I've actually done this. It would help, wouldn't it? Fighters, right, fighters, well, okay, as I mentioned, the stacking penalty to strength ratio is quite important for air wings. Fighters on fighter missions will only incur a stacking penalty once more than 2 groups are in combat. Or was it 2 or 3? I can't remember. And most importantly, that means that the first group won't incur any stacking penalty at all, and the stacking penalty won't really accumulate until we've exceeded sort of 6 groups in one air wing. And we only have 3 at the moment. Obviously, you will get a stacking penalty with this, and you will get a stacking penalty of 5 or more. But to reach a strength level which they aren't completely torn apart by anything which they go into combat with, you need 5 or 6 in one wing before, so they're actually competitive. But this is not the case with bombers. Bombers actually incur a stacking penalty with only 1 wing. So you could have 1 wing bombing anything, and you'd already be losing combat efficiency, you'd already be losing strength, you'd already be losing effectiveness. So to combine more than 2 in one tactical wing, it's actually not very effective. It's not a good method. I wouldn't recommend that at all. So keep it at 2. Otherwise, we'll be causing more harm through stacking penalty than we would otherwise. Obviously, I've exceeded that here, but that's because I don't really want to have a group of 2 and a group of 1 for micro reasons, really. I'm just going to sort out my my trades, because we need some money to change our law, and obviously we're still running a deficit. So we're going to trade with the USA, because sorry, I was doing Germany mode there. We're going to trade with the USA because we want good relations with them. We probably will accept that trade from Australia, which just popped up. 25. Yeah, we're making loads of money. I don't know why we're making so much money. Yeah, we'll take those. You know, obviously nations we'd like. Energy. Germany always wants to sell energy. I can't buy it from France, they're in deficit. Could try and buy it from the Soviets. How much am I in deficit for? Yeah, I'll buy 30 as well. Yeah, so that's done. So we sorted out our trades for now. I'll go back and support our supply thing later. I think that's mainly just because it's going into our supply network. So we won't worry about that too much now. What I'm going to do now is also do something completely unthinkable for lots of you and reorganise my starting navy. Because it's a mess. The starting navy is not a navy, it's just a collection of boats, really. A navy is something which needs to actually be sort of organised in any coherent manner, with boats which make sense, and with capitals, and with not just something which has random ships chucked anywhere, because that's where they started in reality. So we need to sort this out, really. I am going to abandon Hong Kong, and the reason I'm going to abandon Hong Kong is there's absolutely no way I can hold it from Japan. You know, I would be putting my assets, especially my carriers and things, at risk if I was to come fight the Japanese in the South China Sea. Really, it wouldn't really benefit me. Hong Kong is a VP, it's a victory province. I think it's only worth it's worth 2, but it hasn't got any IC or resources, so it doesn't mean that much to me, really. I'm not overly concerned about losing it. Obviously, lose the air base is a bit of a shame, but you know, losing some carriers would be worse, to be honest. So I'm just recalling everything back to Scapa Flow. Oh, we've got a tactical wing, I forgot. Oh, great. I'm glad I found that. By the way, I would like to say, although this is quite gamey to be moving everything back to Britain, I do think it's necessary. Otherwise, I think you sort of end up with substandard wings and things. But I would like to point out I don't do this in multiplayer games. I do it to an extent. I don't do it to anywhere near the same extent, however. I do understand that to do this in a tactical game, in a multiplayer game even, is sort of suicide. As no player is going to let you get away with this without exploiting you. So, before you think, oh yes, Giles, he reorganises everything at the beginning, he'll have nothing in India, he'll have nothing anywhere. That's not true, I don't do that. I'm only doing that today because I want to make sure that I have the most efficient fleet, and make sure that... Did I just say make sure I have the most efficient fleet? Yes, I think I did. Yeah, you know, you need to make sure your fleet are being efficient. No, it's because otherwise this starting order of battle just really frustrates me, to be honest. It just does not employ any of the theoretical sort of elements of the order of battle, which I will go on to explain maybe in the next episode. It's only have 5 minutes left. But yes, I will happily explain everything. Oh, reoccupation of the Rhineland. I just noticed that. We lose some neutrality. Yes, we can read that if you want. Pause it if you want. There we go. So now I'm appointing my carrier air group leaders. Don't forget these guys, by the way. Carrier air group leaders are easy to forget, but you know, they're quite important as well. Just as leaders everywhere are important, essentially. I'm going to, before I forget, start moving my Indian troops to ports. Otherwise, I'm going to lose them. And they might get left out of the reorganisation, which would be a terrible thing, because that would make them feel not wanted. Which I do worry about. I do care about my troops in that way, by the way. I do like to know that they're all very satisfied. You know, they're getting a good job satisfaction. Really, very worried about that, especially when I send them into battle against the MG42s. So yes, we got the home fleet. This is essentially my whole navy at the moment, with transports exempt. Quite big. Bit useless though. The Royal Navy is a bit crap, to be honest. Well, it's not crap. It's just it's a lot better than everything else. It's just I don't like it. It's overly reliant on super dreadnoughts. I mean, look at these battleships are just a load of crap. Just like, you know, battleships in 1941 were by 1941 were already totally redundant. Even new ones. So to have ones which were essentially built between 1916 and 1920 with no anti-aircraft armament is a bit like saying, I've got a good chocolate teapot. Well, I've got a lot of chocolate teapots. They're not good, actually. They're crap. They'll lose to anything. The only thing that we can kill are heavy cruisers, which are just heavy cruisers obviously being a total waste of IC and leadership and everything. Which, luckily, I also have lots of. Oh, I can talk about something constructive. I can talk about what they've changed in the patch. They've upped the hull size before it gives a penalty, before it gives a positioning penalty. So this fleet has a total penalty of 80% because the home fleet currently has about 1 million ships in it, which would just be a bit like filling up the sea with flotsam, to be honest, which might work. You know, I have seen AI doom stacks quite a lot do a lot of damage, but I'm not going to go for doom stacks. Before anyone is wondering, oh my god, is he doing a doom stack? No, I'm not. I'm not that stupid. I'm going to make my first carrier fleet. My carrier fleets, I like to have. I don't know. No, I don't really know about fleet composition now. They've actually upped the hull penalty. I'll have to experiment with you know, various things. See what works out. Maybe we could even try some new things. Oh, that would be fun, wouldn't it? I can actually try something new in this Let's Play, which, you know, trying something new is unheard of for me. You know, I just do the same thing over and over again. Not really. Yes. Just not forgetting my no, these are crap, guys. A night flyer, really? Yeah. Perhaps. Oh, I see what I've done. I've appointed my good air leaders to my CVLs, which I don't want. I want my good leaders, obviously, to be with my fleet carriers. Oh, if you ever want me to go through this sort of the abbreviations for fleets, I can do that. I might do that now, actually. I've got a minute and a half. I'm going to go through that now. You have many types of ship in Hearts of Iron. If we look at the home fleet as an example, firstly the battleship. The battleship being the main big gun backbone of your navy. Like Nelson, now these are abbreviated to BB, which doesn't stand for like breast or anything. Battle cruisers abbreviated to BC. I won't go through these. Heavy cruisers are CA. Light cruisers are CL. Destroyers are DD. Submarines are SS. Carriers are CV. Carriers being fleet carriers, very important that. And CVLs being escort carriers. So as long as you remember that. And TPs are transport. And no, they're not Indian. Got 30 seconds left on this video. What am I going to do? I don't know. I have no time at all. Well, actually, that's not true. What I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video and then I'm going to immediately record another one. So, 20 seconds. And now I'm just waiting. Well, I'm going to finish this one here. Thanks for watching, guys. This reorganisation probably won't be done for at least another 2 episodes. So if you want to skip 2 episodes or so, then please feel free. Right, thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye.